Hey, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Noah Shaw, or Fordsixfo, and today we have the part 11 of building my dream shop house series. And today we're going to get all of the walls finally painted, all of the vinyl floor installed, all of the cabinets are going to finally come in. We're going to get the cabinets installed, cabinets painted, and all of the quartz countertops installed as well. Then the trim and a ton of accessories throughout the entire house, getting super close to finishing, and I'm getting very excited because I can finally move in about a week. So let's go ahead, jump into today's video, and get all of this work knocked out. Just rolling out some protection for all of the floor now. And today is the day that we finally start to bring up and install all of the cabinets. You can see how many we've got here for the entire house. We've got a huge trailer load. Let's go ahead, lay down the paper so all the floor is protected, get all these cabinets upstairs with a scissor lift and installed. And today we pulled up to the shop house in my new 2012 Dodge Ram Laramie Longhorn. All it needs is a new fender and front bumper, but today we're getting all of the quartz delivered for the house. Look at that huge island, probably weighs over 200, 300 pounds. And inside, finally starting to install all of the quartz on all of the cabinets, nightstands, bathrooms, and the laundry room. And we've got almost every cabinet door off of all the cabinets in the kitchen and the rooms, just to make it easier to paint them, and so we can paint all of the insides of our cabinets as well. We're gonna go for a nice light gray on all of the cabinets, and then the island's gonna be a darker gray to give us some contrast. But man, am I just so happy with how these slabs and all the countertops turned out, and just wrapping all the way around. Just gotta add a little bit more caulk, but you can see how perfect it turned out. Got the sink cut out and set into place, curing now. And then wraps all the way around. Then as well in all of the other rooms. Got our half bath right here. Give y'all some light. The sink set in place also. And then in the rooms we'll have the two nightstands. Got all the cabinets torn apart here. Then in the center, we got that half bath in between the Jack and Jill bathroom with the sink getting set in place right now too. You got a board to let it cure up in there. But all around, I'm just very happy with how the countertops all turned out. And you can see how many doors and cabinets we have to get primed and painted. Just one huge process as far as the painting goes. And of course, after we'll have to touch up some of the house walls and stuff, etc., from getting damaged or just that need a little bit more paint on them. And then once the trim's all the way around all of this, it's gonna look 100 times better. Our plan is to actually paint most of the trim before we bring it up here, and then just touch it up once we cover all the nail holes and finish it out. But it was definitely a huge process to get that big slab up here and all the other pieces. We actually came up from the patio out the back, and this has a swing gate on it. Great investment. Having this swing gate made it life a whole lot easier. And then I reversed my scissor lift outside here, parked it on all the plywood, and then we lifted up that slab, opened the double doors, and then carried it up and inside. And man, was that thing just super heavy, but we did get it done. I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. But definitely let me know what y'all think about all of the countertops and how the whole entire shop house is turning out so far. If you have any recommendations at all, I'd like to hear them. So we finally began prepping everything for paint, masking off all of the countertops and the walls along the back. so we can finally start to prime and then sand and put the final base coat of a light gray finish on all of the cabinets. And then we're going to be putting a darker gray on the island. And then we took all of the drawers off the cabinets to make it a lot easier to spray. You can see here we got this one already primed and ready for a finish coat. And as you can see in all the other rooms, we got everything all prepped, ready for paint. And now we just got to repeat the same process on all the other cabinets so we can paint all of these as well. And yes, we will be adding a chandelier over the island. I just need to find what we're going to be putting here. I'm trying to find a nice modern looking chandelier, but we just had to put that light right there in the meantime to test. And then we'll be wrapping up the AC here. We just need to add one more return to the master bedroom and then install all of the covers on all of these outlets. And then that will be done as well. And then the nest will be mounted right here on that wall in the center of the living room. And then I still am searching for some furniture, sectional couch for the living room area here, and then a dining room table under that second fan over there. And now we got everything primed in the entire house, all of the cabinets everywhere, and the drawers we took out separately to get primed up. And then of course, inside the living room, the big step that's completed is priming all of the island and all of the back cabinets. And then we repeated the same process throughout the rest of the house. And now we're gonna go ahead, after it dries, start to sand it all down, get everything smooth and perfect, and then shoot a base coat layer on all of the cabinets to give that light gray finish and the darker gray on the island as an accent. And we will be finished with the paint on the cabinets and move on to the trim and other little pieces like the doors, toilets, and smaller accessories. Then add the chandelier. Then I'm about to put all of the covers for the AC on. I'm gonna charge the AC system and get that going. And this house is getting a lot closer to being complete. And up top of the house, we're finishing one last issue we're having with the AC. The handler needs an entire new circuit board because the other one is faulty. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these swapped out now. And super easy, in a couple minutes, I got the old board off and I swapped each piece one by one, and we're gonna put it back on and connect the last few pieces. As well, today we finally got the outside AC unit working and the fan here is turned on, and upstairs we finally have cold air blowing, and man, does it feel good, especially with all this Texas heat we've been having lately. Glad to have AC upstairs, and that's one more step closer to finishing. And just up top here, we're getting everything all programmed and ready to go. See, we've got all of the ducting all around and on the other side as well, plumbed in right here. And now we finally installed the Nest system on the wall, and we're testing out all of the AC. I went ahead and got all of the covers put up besides the return and one more supply over here. But other than that, everything is good to go. We're gonna get all of the Freon and the system charged. We will finally have AC installed in the house. And today's the day that we go pick up the trim for the house. I'm gonna go ahead and make it a lot easier. Drop our gooseneck down because these sections are 17 foot for each one of them. And I got all of the plywood and all 60 pieces of the 1x4 trim loaded on the trailer. And we're gonna head out to the property and get all these dropped off for the house. And today I loaded up the gooseneck, went to the store, got 3 of the high-rise toilets, and just unloaded a ton of interior doors for all upstairs. So we can start laying the trim around all of them, get these doors mounted up, and finish out the bathrooms. And I just got the final 2 doors that we needed at the other Home Depot location. So we are set to put all of the trim and doors up in the shop house. And coming upstairs today, we're finally starting to get some color on all of these cabinets and the doors. You can see we've got that light gray going down on everything. There's just so many pieces to all of these cabinets. And then we got the island in the center. And on the island, we went for a little bit of a darker gray to contrast from the rest of the cabinets all the way around. See how good they are turning out, and we're not completely done yet. Still got to do up some touch-ups and a little bit more coating. We got everything masked off and starting to get painted. And then here you can see even more doors all the way along already painted. And they're just turning out absolutely amazing. I'm super excited to see some color finally getting added to the house besides all of the white walls. And putting on some of the final coats up here, we also started to get a ton of the cabinet drawers put over and some of the plastic wrap taken off the back wall. And wow, am I just blown away with this color choice. I think it contrasts everything very nicely with that light gray. And then the countertops just turned out so nice, especially all the way around the back with the extra little trim up on these sides. I think it matches all of the paint on our cabinets excellently. And I'm very happy with how the island turned out, just a shade darker on the gray to contrast from all of the surrounding cabinets to the center. But stay tuned for us to unwrap all of the rest of the cabinets, get all of the other drawers placed over and put back in place. And all of the doors and trim is installed all the way around, but the house is an absolute mess right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everything all cleaned up, sweeped up, get it looking a lot nicer in here. And now all of the doors are getting painted to that pure white color as well to match the entire rest of the house and all the walls. And for the outside of the patio, we went ahead and put 2 of the bay lights in to make sure it's super nice and bright out here. Of course, as always, we got a ton to clean up to wrap up the project, but it's finally time to get everything cleaned up and we're close to finishing and all the final touches. And yet again, making a trip to the store today to pick up all of the door handles for all the doors we just got installed. And we just picked up all of the tile for both of the showers with the work truck. We're gonna get headed and started on those now as well. And finally, we got all of the tile for the shower going in and laying down all the hardy backer board, getting everything ready for tile. And on the whole entire shower, all of the hardy board and the seat is in, and then we just put the first layer of red guard over everything. Gonna turn out awesome once it's done. All of the mortar was set on the bottom to give it a nice slope to the center of the drain. And then soon we're gonna be adding tile once we get a couple more layers of those red guard on. And now we're finally gonna start laying on all of the tile inside the shower. Get everything set in place slowly but surely. Have tile all the way up and on the ceiling and the black pebbles on the floor. And now the shower is all wrapped up all the way around. We trimmed out the tile on the outside and we finally got all of the grout in the floor. Just needs to dry. Then we need to wipe it down, add the shower head and the handle. You can see how nice it turned out. Mounted one light in the center. Then we got those big, huge tiles all the way around that really match all of the quartz countertops really nicely. We just need to add in all of our faucets, but we got these sinks setting in place right now. And I just went ahead and started sweeping everything together into a pile so we can vacuum it all up. And then I'm gonna go over it with the mop vacuum, get everything a lot nicer here, but we started bagging it all. It's looking 100 times better already. And I also started to vacuum these corner rooms as well. You can see how big of a difference it makes from the dark all clean to all the dirt on this side of the house. But everything looks a lot better and all of the colors are turning out awesome. We've actually got a super exciting thing coming for the house. We've got a pool table / dining table that'll have a top that's removable and can be stored underneath the pool table super easy. And then we're also building some bed frames, a king in the master bedroom and then a queen for that corner room over there. And then the back right room is actually going to be my office where I kind of edit everything together and just have a little work area and all my computer setup and everything over there. We also accomplished getting all of the appliances up top here by pulling the scissor lift out that first bay door and lifting all of them up. We've got the fridge, washer, dryer, dishwasher, and of course a double oven ready to go inside the house once we get it all cleaned up. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video on the Dream Shop house build. So if y'all did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like down below, comment, let me know what you thought about the video and all the progress we made. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the other videos on the channel. Other than that, we should be moving into the shop house hopefully in the next episode. So stay tuned and I'll see y'all next time.